And Dawson was taken to an area hospital where he did go into surgery from those wounds. A female bystander, DeMarco, did suffer some minor injuries. We understand she's going to be okay. And of course, I want to tell you about the Capitol Visitor Center a little bit. That facility was actually designed to, in part, keep an active shooter out of the Capitol itself following a 1998 shooting where 2 Capitol police officers were killed. So it appears the screening checkpoint did its job and kept a potentially armed man out of the Capitol.
All right, Kris, is there any update tonight on the condition of the woman? Again, you just talked about it. Can we expand on that info about the innocent bystander?
You know, all we know is that she was in the vicinity of this checkpoint and suffered what were described as minor injuries. Obviously, there was some gunfire there, so it is possible that could be a ricochet. It could also have been just an injury that was suffered while going to the ground. We don't know, but we understand she's going to be okay. Minor injuries for her. The more serious injury would be to the suspect, Dawson, and he was taken to an area hospital for surgery and has been placed into police custody.
Have police said anything about whether they are going to review their security procedures or make any changes at this point?
Well, it's a little early in that. Certainly, police will look at how this situation was handled. They will look at the response. But, you know, these checkpoints, basically, here's the way the Capitol Visitor Centers work. You would go down the stairs behind us here, and then the area beneath the Capitol is the Visitor Center. You walk through these very heavy fortified doors and immediately into a security checkpoint that looks a lot like an airport screening point. There's 6 or 8 different magnetometers and x-ray machines, each of those staffed by at least 2 Capitol police officers. Those Capitol police officers are armed. So the very first point where you would, even before you can access the visitor center, which is not in the Capitol building itself, you have to go through a metal detector and have your possessions x-rayed. So in that sense, the checkpoint was where this happened. That's by design so that somebody doesn't get a weapon inside the visitor center or inside the Capitol itself.
All right, Kris, the final question for you. The Capitol is now only open for official business. Do we have any idea when it may reopen to the public?
Well, the chief of Capitol Police says he expects the Capitol, the Visitors Center, and the surrounding buildings to reopen for business, as well as tours starting tomorrow morning. They're going to try to go back to business as usual tomorrow.
All right, Kris Van Cleave. Thank you, Kris.